Hello, I'm Dr. Trent Burrup, founder of the Institute of Chiropractic and Acupuncture Therapy. A number of years ago, a patient of mine brought her 4-month-old baby in for an evaluation. And this baby was tiny, way too small to be a 4-month-old baby. This baby could not sit up on her own, and this baby couldn't even hold her head up on her own without her head being supported. Her eyes were crossed a little bit and she was unable to focus on anything, and as a 4-month-old baby, this little baby had never smiled. And upon questioning the mother said this baby had been diagnosed with failure to thrive syndrome caused by an undetermined neurological damage. In other words, the specialists had told this mother, "Your baby has brain damage, we don't know why, and this is about as good as it gets." So as I evaluated this little baby, what I found was that the 2 bones in her upper neck were jammed up and misaligned. The first vertebra was stuck off to one side, and the second one below it was rotated off the other direction. It was almost as if this little baby's neck was being wrung out like you would wring water out of a towel. So I adjusted those 2 bones, got them back in place and moving, and I told the mother, "I'm not sure how much of a difference this will make, but bring her back in a week and let's see if anything has changed." A week later, when the mom brought her baby back in, this little baby was gaining weight, was sitting up on her own, could hold her head up, and was looking around the room, smiling at her brothers and her sisters and her mom. And her mom had said the effect was almost immediate. Like within a day, this baby was able to sit up. She took her back to the specialist a few days later, and the specialist said, "We have no idea why this baby would have gotten better. It must have been spontaneous remission or a miracle." My personal opinion is that it was a misdiagnosis by the specialists. But the reason I tell this story is I want to ask, how young is too young to go see the chiropractor? The youngest patient I have ever worked on was minutes old in the hospital right after they were delivered. And some people might say, well, why would little babies or kids even need to be adjusted? Why would they need to see the chiropractor? They're not lifting big heavy things. They don't have blown out herniated discs in their back. And yes, little kids and babies don't typically have the same health problems that adults typically tend to have. But one of the things they found is that a lot of traction gets put on the head of babies as they're pulled through the birth canal. There have been numerous studies. The most common number that I've seen is on average 60 pounds of traction is pulled on the baby's head to get them out of the birth canal, and up to 80 pounds of traction can be placed on the head without causing permanent damage, whatever the parameters are for permanent damage. And while that might not break the baby's neck, could that cause bones to get stuck or misaligned, or cause nerves to get pinched, or sprain muscles or strain ligaments? There have been numerous experiments done by all kinds of organizations for kids receiving chiropractic care, and they have found that children respond great to chiropractic care. All kinds of childhood ailments get better. Things like ear infections, chronic colds, colic, allergies, and asthma. So my invitation to you is, if your child has not been evaluated by a chiropractor, you would be very wise to take them in and get them evaluated. Just because a child can't complain or doesn't complain or can't necessarily explain where things are hurting or if anything feels out of balance, doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't something out of balance that could cause problems down the road. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. Trent Burrup.